Hello everybody and welcome to this series reading vlog. I want to start doing reading vlogs on very popular series or books that I haven't read, and this one's going to be on the Shatter Me series. I'm undecided if I want to break it up into two parts, so like the first three and then 4, 5, and 6. But we'll see how much content I get for the first three, I guess. But I'm excited. I just said I guess too many times. But yeah, I have read the first one years and years ago, but I don't remember it at all, and I never continued for some reason. So now's the time. I'm in a massive reading slump, so I'm kind of hoping that this fixes that. It's very short and I think fast paced. The chapters are short, so we're gonna give this a little go. I'm gonna go see Don't Worry Darling, and then I'm gonna start this tonight. So I had this camera set up because I just filmed my reading wrap up, so I thought I would update you on Shatter Me while I have everything set up and I actually have makeup on my face for once. I'm currently on page 121. I thought I would update you sooner, but I just didn't have any thoughts yet. It's just starting to pick up a little bit, and I'm interested to see where it goes. I feel like I don't remember how this book ended when I read it so many years ago, but I am getting more intrigued into it. I thought it was really slow in the beginning, even with the short chapters. So I have met Aaron Warner, which is everybody's love of their life on the internet, so this is really exciting. He isn't boyfriend material quite yet. He's definitely in his reputation era in this book. He's not live, laugh, loving, so I'm excited to see at what point he turns good, and that's when everyone falls in love with him, I suppose. And I'm interested to see why we have this change, you know? And I'm waiting for Adam to be awful because everyone hates him and loves Warner. So I'm just waiting at this point. I just met Kenji. I've seen people talk about him and I think he's gonna be one of my favorites. But he just showed up. You can probably hear my fan, so sorry about that. But I finished the first Shatter Me book and I liked it a lot more towards the end. I thought the beginning was kind of slow to get into a little bit, but I was mostly excited just to see why Aaron Warner, you know, has everyone in a chokehold. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm hoping I see it in book 2. But so far, Kenji is my favorite. He has like 2 scenes in the first book, and then I'm going to start Unravel Me.
Now you're here asking me for something to save you.
Show me your book.
Sorry, Mr. Kringle, but today's not your day.
They're gonna say she's still reading that?
I hope that others.
I started Unravel Me already. I meant to do an update before I started it, but my mom was like, let's do some reading time, so I just didn't have time to. But I am currently on page 120, and I'm liking this one a lot more than the first one already. Kenji is hilarious, and there's just so much going on in this one. In the first one, there really wasn't much action, but I'm hoping I see the Aaron Warner that everyone is in love with. I look and feel rough, but shout out to my cramps because I'm not leaving this bed. So I'm going to read some of Unravel Me. I'm currently on page 240. I'm actually loving it so far. I have been going through this struggle. I actually don't remember the last clip I filmed. I did not sleep last night. I cannot think. But I was going to say that I've been struggling because I am actually really loving this book, and I feel like I should have been done with it by now, but I just haven't had the time to read it, which makes me sad. Yeah, I had a lot of orders to do, so I didn't have time to read. It's taking me forever to finish my Kindle book too, and it's an ARC, so I'm trying to get that done before the book is released because I want to do a journal page for it for the day it's released. It's beside the point. Anyways, I just haven't had time to read. I'm finally getting to parts where you're starting to see Warner become what I assume is the guy that everybody falls in love with. He hasn't done anything crazy yet. Actually, there was a scene that just happened that was a little like, that was kind of hot. I'm waiting for Adam to do something so outrageous that I'm gonna hate him. I don't particularly like him, really. Like, he's not a fictional crush or anything. Not even in the first book did I think he was a fictional crush, which I think I was supposed to. I don't really know. I decided I'm gonna do the first 3 books in here, and then the last 3 books in a part 2. Yeah. I fear just fell in love with Aaron Warner. I think it's happening. I'm gonna show you this one quote. Don't look if you don't want like an out of context spoiler. Do you see that? Do you see this? You're gonna go on to do incredible things. I've always known that. I think I just wanted to be a part of it. Y'all. I finished. I'm like truly, you could probably hear my fan. I'm speechless right now. Speechless. I'm officially addicted to this series. I'm officially in love. I'm hooked. All of the above. I literally just binged the last 50% of this book. And usually when I'm feeling unwell from cramps, I can't focus on anything. I even had to like stop my rewatch of Grey's Anatomy because I literally just, I would say a 4.75 stars because I felt like, I don't know if the first bit was slow or if I was just too busy to even be focused, but wow. I think I just found a new favorite book boyfriend. Like, not my number one or anything, but I don't know if I'll be able to think about anything else. But this.
Hello, can you hear me? Wake up, Christy! Christy, wake...
but today I read the 2 novellas. I forgot that I was supposed to read one after Shatter Me and before Unravel Me. So I read that one today. That one was from Warner's point of view. I don't remember what it was called. That one was really good. I really liked that one a lot. Probably just because it was from Warner's point of view. Then the one that was after Unravel Me, before Ignite Me, was from Adam's point of view. Did not like. It was so boring. I'm on Ignite Me now. I am 50 pages in. There's already been like a good little plot twist, and I like it. We're getting a lot of Warner already, and I'm loving it so much. I am now a big Warner fan. I feel like just keeps getting better and better. The things that he says is just like, I don't even know how to describe it. He's very much man written by a woman. Like, he is on my blonde boy exception list. I'm not really into blonde boys, but I will make an exception for him. He's giving very much Grace and Hawthorne energy. I love it. Love him. Can't wait to read more tonight. I am in the middle of Ignite Me, which is the 3rd book in the Shatter Me series. I am loving the series now. So I think I said this, but I thought the first book was okay. Second book took me a second to get into, but I think once I was a quarter of the way through, I really liked it. I just didn't have time to read that book. And then I read the novellas because I forgot that they existed. I liked the first novella because it was from Warner's point of view, and then I read the second novella, and that one was from Adam's point of view, and I really didn't like it because he was really super boring. So now I'm in the middle of Ignite Me. I'm currently on page 270, and I have already some scenes tabbed that are either scenes about Kenji making me laugh, or they're Warner scenes. That's about all I got tabbed. So I am liking this one so much, actually. I wanted to finish this last night, actually, but I had a massive headache, so I decided to stop. I was literally forcing myself to read with my headache, but that was a bad decision because it really hurt after. But now I'm going to hopefully finish this. I think this is my favorite cover. It's so pretty. But yeah, for like what I'm loving as an update, I'm a Kenji stan. I realized this in the beginning of the second book, that Kenji is gonna be one of my favorite characters ever, maybe. I love a good sarcastic side character. They always are different from me. And Aaron Warner is really climbing up the list for fictional crushes over here, because he had not even character development, but it was seeing him, I don't even know how to describe it, because he's the same as he was in the first book, but since you're reading it from Juliet's perspective, she was only obsessed with Adam in the beginning, so anything that Warner did, she didn't care and she saw differently. But now you're realizing that she saw it not how it actually was, but just his personality from what she thought he was, if that makes sense. But now you realize with her that he isn't a complete asshole. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited. I'm going to sit down and read this. There's a chapter that I feel like everyone reacts to and that everyone says is like the chapter, and I want to get my reaction reading it, but for the life of me cannot remember the chapter. So, and I'm scared to look it up because I don't want to get spoiled when I'm so close to the end. So I have finally finished Ignite Me by Tahara Mafi. 5 out of 5 stars on this one. I'm actually obsessed with it, and this series now has a chokehold on me. I do have to say the books get better, because Shatter Me, I already said this, was like for me, and then Unravel Me got really good like a quarter of the way in, and then this one was just good from the beginning to the end. I was in love, in awe. I just wanted more, and I'm so excited to continue with the series. I do want to read a few books in between, and then do another series reading vlog on the last 3 books, but I'm just like mad at myself because I've had these books on my shelf since like 2016, I think, and I haven't touched it. I could have been in love with this series for years, but no. I read the first book when I first got the books and I didn't like it, so I didn't continue. If I just can push through to Unravel Me, I would have been in love for years. But yeah, Warner is just something else, you know? The things that he says just has me smiling and blushing at my book. And I do have to say that after reading the Addicted books and Lauren calling Lily love, and reading this series and Warner calling Juliet love every time he speaks to her, I realize that's my type now. If my future man doesn't call me love, we have a problem, because I was blushing every time he said that. I thought about this book all night. I finished it last night and I kept thinking about it. I was trying to watch a show and I was just thinking about, no, I was watching Michael Myers, the new Halloween movie. Michael Myers is out there killing people. I'm just thinking about Aaron Warner. What is happening? So yeah, that's it. My review on the Shatter Me books is that you should read them. If you don't like the first one, that's okay. I didn't either. Just continue, push through, pull through. You'll have the time of your life afterwards. I do have to say, Kenji, also a love of my life. Like, that man can do no wrong. I'm in his fan club. I'm sure I can't say I'm the #1 because people have loved this series longer than me since I just read it. But I'm a big fan of Kenji. He is the sarcastic side character that every girl falls in love with when they're watching a TV show. He is that in book form. I'm just chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. I can't wait to continue the series, and now I want to read everything else that Tahara Mafi has. I have seen Tahara Mafi a few times at Yo West. Haven't read her books, but I loved her as a person. I thought she was cute. I think I have a picture with her, actually. Do I? I'm gonna see if I can find a picture. Am I tripping out right now? But I've seen her do panels and she is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Anyways, a new favorite, 10 out of 10 recommend. Thank you so much for watching. I'm probably gonna do a little spoiler section, not this time right now, so if you don't want spoilers, click off the video. Spoilers are the next bit. Okay, I don't know why I keep filming from this angle, but I'm gonna do a little spoiler part right now. And I'm gonna include this at the end, so it's okay. If you're watching this, it's already at the end. But I just read this scene of Warner that was hot, where Juliet has to go to meet Warner's dad and try to, I don't know how to say it, distract him, I don't know. And Warner shows up and his dad is trying to shoot Juliet. And Warner points the gun at his dad and is basically saying, don't shoot her or I'll shoot you. That is so hot. That was my first scene where I was like, okay, Warner, I'm seeing you. Sorry for the lighting, but no. Oh, where's my light? No, she was not full on making out with Warner and getting a little frisky, and she says, Adam, no. That is all for this segment. Adam just made Kenji touch Juliet. Literally, what am I reading right now? I'm so shook. A few spoiler scenes that I want to talk about. I did have a reaction clip to, what was it, chapter 55? When Warner says that iconic, where is it? I underlined it. Right here. When he says, lift your hips for me, love. Shut the hell up right now, Warner. Warner finding out that Adam is his brother and that James is his brother too was so intense, because I genuinely thought he was going to be so mad at Juliet for keeping it a secret, but my man's is a man and he used his brain and he realized that Juliet was just not protecting him, but he knew that it wasn't her place to say anything, so he wasn't mad for long. And I love it. And there was a scene, I'm gonna see if I can find it. This scene right here, I'm gonna read you the quote. I think this might be one of my favorite scenes because it just involves all three of them, Juliet, Kenji, and Warner. Juliet says, "You are my friend," I tell him. And then Warner says, "But not your best friend. Kenji is your best friend." I try so hard not to laugh at the jealousy in his voice. "Yes, but you're my favorite friend." Shut up. I love them. And I think we get more of them as a trio in the next books. So I'm very, very excited for that. This was a very short spoilery section because, I don't know. And Adam is just a little bitch. Like, I'm sorry to cuss, but he's a little bitch. There's no other way to say it. He's so annoying and whiny and just stop talking. I cannot take him anymore. He was too much. That was a very short spoilery section. I'm sorry. I don't know if people really like spoiler sections, but if we do, then I'll do a longer bit. In the next series reading vlog, I want to do a bunch of series reading vlogs because I haven't read so many popular series. So let me know if you like these. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video. Bye.